Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hi everyone, and welcome back to the week of The Simple Budget. I have been posting a video every day this week, which has been insane for my just everyday life, especially because I'm still working so intensely to get my shop ready for the June relaunch tomorrow. So beginning tomorrow in my shop, everything is going to be 20% off for the rest of the month of June. And that is particularly exciting because I have a lot of goodies coming to the shop, which is exactly why I'm sharing this video with you today. It's also significant, the reason why I chose June, because June last year was the first year that I introduced physical products into my shop. And thanks to so many of you, it has been the most fun side gig I have ever had. It's the only side gig I've ever had. I've either only ever worked or been a stay-at-home mom, but I dipped my toe into the Etsy shop world last year around March with digital downloads, and I started incorporating physical products in my shop in the month of June. And so I'm just gonna jump right into it with things that are already in my shop, but have gotten a little bit of a facelift and a revamp. And so I think I'm just gonna start actually with my dashboards. So I'm gonna grab my own personal cash binders here. Now, the envelopes have not been updated in here because making envelopes takes a lot of time, and I still have orders that I have to complete for customers in my shop. And getting these items showcased, like made and photographed for my shop, takes time. And so right now, the only thing that's updated about my own personal cash binders are the dashboards. So I'm gonna just grab this one. So this is my new floral series dashboard. Goodness gracious, I completely lost my train of thought there. This floral in particular is going to show up in something super fun later, but I wanted to just kind of like freshen everything up and make it look a little bit more elegant, and I really liked this pairing of things. And so there are 3 different floral options. So let me grab my other ones here so that I can show them all to you. So there are a couple of different ways that you can purchase. Oh my gosh, where did it go? I have the one, hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there are a couple of different ways that you can purchase these dashboards. If you just want to buy one single dashboard, I have that available as a printed option in my shop. You just have to tell me which of the 3 florals that I have available that you'd like. And then, obviously I will, custom make that for you. I also have this trio here available as this bundle. It's unchangeable. Like each of the florals is going to stay exactly where it is. So high priority will always be this floral, low priority will always be this floral, and holiday will always be this floral. But you can buy this trio if you like, and it is discounted. As of making this video, I've been working on my shop so intensely for the last 2 months that pricing is not in my head currently. So if you are curious about prices, I'll try to, while I'm editing this, include them on the screen so that you know how much they're going to cost, just so you have a baseline understanding. But these are already listed in my shop, so you can go see my shop to see them as well. And so, yeah, so this is the first trio that I have available. This trio is also available in a printable download, digital download as well. So if you just want these three and you have the ability to print and laminate at home, or even not laminate, just print them at home, by all means. It's already listed as a printable digital download. And again, the florals are exactly what they are here. I'm not taking requests for like changing the flowers around depending on what it is. If you want a custom version of this dashboard, that is also available in my shop. So, but I mentioned that at the beginning. So this is the first one that we have. And then next is this beautiful script font, which I love so, so much. Just again, with a disclaimer here, this is customizable as well. But depending on what you want this to say, obviously we're not going to be able to fit very much across the page. I am willing to, if you choose a custom option, I am willing to shrink the font down just a little bit, but I think it loses some of the impact. This is more just like my artistic brain, the artistic side of my brain functioning, but I like the aesthetic of this, and so I don't want to change it too much, but it is customizable again, just like all of my dashboards. Like you can customize each dashboard, or you can buy a preset bundle. So this one also comes in a preset bundle. I've got high priority, low priority, and holiday. Those are the three that will be available in each bundle as well, because they're just the most common sort of categories. And especially whenever in my experience in my own shop, whenever I am making orders, these three are the top of whenever people have chosen dashboards for me in the past. And so that's why I made them available as a bundle. It is a little bit cheaper if you buy the bundle. If you buy a customized dashboard that I have to like play with, that one costs a little bit more money. But again, as I am able to think of it, I will, while I'm editing, I'm going to go ahead and put prices up on the screen. So the bundle of 3 A6 dashboards, I'll just go ahead and leave that for you up on the screen now. It is the same price for all three styles that I have here. And then the single customizable one, I'll go ahead and leave that on the screen for you now as well, because again, for the A6, they're all the same. And then with this one, I also did the same thing: high priority, low priority, and holiday. And again, this is available in a completely customized version. But if these are the categories that you work with as well, this is already available in a bundle, and it's a little bit cheaper if you go with the bundle rather than having me customize it for you. So that is available as well. By the way, I don't actually have any of these printed because it's not a common request for me, but I have received requests from time to time for A5 versions of all of my customizable dashboards. I'm finally able to produce those and send those out as well. I've got the listings up already for A5 as well. So A5 styles are available. All three of the dashboards that I've already shown you, the styles of dashboard that I've already shown you, also will come in A5. So if you've been one of the people who's been asking me for A5 versions of these dashboards, they are finally listed up on my shop. And again, the bundles are slightly cheaper than the customized version, but they're there. And I'm so excited about that, because it's definitely been something that people have been asking me about, and something that I've never been able to deliver on, because I had to research like packaging and shipping options and all that sort of stuff too. Since we're on the dashboard train, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce to you the new designs that I have. So again, in keeping with the theme of the florals that I have, I decided to just do a sort of minimalist. I don't know where the third one is of this. I'm like, Veda, what are you doing? You're supposed to be showcasing all of your goodies here, but I don't have it readily available. I'm like checking all of my stuff here, but it's the other floral. Hold on, I can show you. Here we go. It's this flower right here. So, There we go. Got to make sure I'm in frame. It's this flower here. So it looks the exact same design-wise, but it's, you know, it's that flower. I can't remember if I have these listed as a bundle or individual. I probably have both. Again, I've been working on this shop relaunch for the last like 2 months hardcore. So what I've already achieved and what I haven't achieved yet isn't fresh in my brain. So, but either way, it will be available individually. So you can choose to just purchase one of these floral dashboards, or if you want the bundle of 3, again, it will cost a little bit less than just one individual dashboard. These aren't customizable in any way. They're just going to stay this way. It's just easier for me that way to have less customizable options in my shop. But also, these are available in A5 size as well. So you can buy them individually or you can buy them in a bundle. It's completely up to you. And again, almost everything that I'm going to be showcasing to you is available as a printable option as well. Especially the dashboards, my placeholders that you're going to see in a little while. Those things will all be available printable as well as printed if you want me to print it for you. So that's that. And then moving along to something I'm excited to introduce, but isn't going to be really relevant for you guys for another 5 to 6 months. But I decided to start incorporating year dashboards in my shop. So moving forward, as long as my Etsy shop is in existence, I will create these dashboards for the new year. So if you want to have this for a planner or whatever, even the front of your cash envelope binders, I'm going to create these. So I tried to keep a lot of consistency among the branding in my shop and the fonts that I use and the styles that I use, because I'm the type of person who likes that sort of like cohesive. I want it to be like you look at a simple budget product and you know that it's mine. And so this font is the same that's on these guys right here, these dashboards here. I wanted that continuity there. But yeah, so I loved the style of this. And then for those of you who like a year at a glance, I don't know why I just pulled out 2 2025s, but I have a 2025, I have the A5 version of this as well. So a year at a glance thing is definitely something that I benefit from having. Oh, you know what? It's in all my stuff that I took out of my budget binder so that I could show you my new budget planner. Goodness gracious. Anyways, so this is what we've got as far as dashboards are concerned. I don't think there's anything else. No, I think that's it. So I completely revamped. So none of the old styles will be available any longer in my shop. You'll only see them at this point as Oops products, which, by the way, keep a lookout on my Oops section of my shop. It's pretty well stocked right now. I'm going to be adding some things to it over the next few weeks as well. But I'm also committing myself to adding things to the Oops section of my shop once a month going forward, because I accrue so much, you'd be surprised, that it would benefit me to put things in my shop in the Oops section, at least once a month. So anyways, moving right along to things that got a facelift, but you are used to seeing in my shop. I'm just going to go ahead and move into the, what are they called? Placeholders. So, so you guys are already familiar with this style of mine, and let me grab another, here we go. And this style of mine. I decided not to change these two because they both sell really well, about equally actually. I don't think that any of my customers have preferred one design, like collectively, I don't think you guys have preferred one design over another. They both do really, really well in my shop, but I just wanted to have another option available as well because I'm me. And in keeping with, again, just kind of a cohesive look for my brand, I decided to turn this into a placeholder. Oh, do you know what? I didn't choose one here that I updated with my branding here. Here we go. So I did decide to go ahead and add this simple budget on each of my placeholders. The reason for that isn't really necessarily like I'm concerned about like intellectual property theft or anything like that. The idea of a placeholder is not something I created, but I do like my branding to be on my products in some capacity. There is one that I'm going to be introducing into my shop that I actually forgot to put the simple budget on, but I'm not really that concerned about it anyway. So it's no big thing. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. My placeholders have always come available in a set of 3 or a set of 5. It is not worth my time to just mail out one placeholder, to make and mail out one placeholder. So they are available in bundles of 3 and bundles of 5. The placeholders that I make are for $100, $250, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and then I have a fully funded placeholder as well. This is what it looks like in the new font, which I'm really excited about. I did update this. It doesn't cut off as much on the bottom anymore. But this was like all in the process of me creating stuff, printing it out, getting it ready to showcase and photograph and all that sort of stuff. So definitely be on the lookout. Some of that stuff is going to end up in the oops section of my shop, just because sometimes there are just printing errors when you're printing as much as I have printed over the last few weeks, especially. But yeah, I'm really excited about just the revamping of the things that I've already created and introducing new ones. I hope that you guys are enjoying this so far. This was definitely like a labor of love. Oh, and by the way, these things all come available in vellum or white cardstock, and then you can get them matte or glossy laminated. All of the products that I'm featuring today, I don't even think there's any exceptions, are laminated with a matte laminating sheet, and that's just because that is the most popular choice in my shop. So if I have printed products that I'm photographing and showcasing and they're good quality, like I don't have any like flaws or errors in them, I can turn around and sell the ones that I've already made for showcasing. And it's more likely that somebody is going to request a matte laminating sheet from me or matte lamination from me than shiny lamination, glossy lamination. So anyways, this one's going to end up in the oops pile because there's this little bitty black speck here. And I don't send stuff like that out knowingly. So anyways, but that's that for the placeholders. They didn't change much. Again, I only have a third design here. The other 2 styles remain the same. The only thing that I did was add my branding to it. So that is that. And now moving on to some newer things. I'm updating savings challenges. This is going to be one of those things that I'm also going to be adding to over the next few weeks. But currently I have my denominations savings challenges. This comes in a 4-pack bundle. And this is something that I've had in my shop for maybe a month and a half, 2 months so far. And then the other thing that I added to it was a holiday savings challenge bundle. This one I have packaged up. But this is where the continuity sort of ends. But this is the script font that I have available for savings challenges. And then this is the block font that I have available for savings challenges. Let me just go ahead and pull this out so you guys can see. So this one's actually glossy. I don't know if you can tell, but I have New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, Easter, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I recognize that there are many more holidays than that a lot of people celebrate, but in order to streamline the process for myself, I just decided to do ones that were pretty common in the US. I know that, obviously think you guys don't have 4th of July. You're not celebrating 4th of July, especially if you're a Brit, or maybe you're celebrating getting rid of us. Either way, this unfortunately is one of the products that's very American centered because it's just part of the bundle. I don't sell these separately. And again, I'll go ahead and leave the prices up on the screen for you right now for the Denomination Savings Challenge bundle and the Holiday Savings Challenge bundle as well. And this one, again, they're both available matte or vellum, or I'm sorry, vellum or cardstock, and you can get them matte or glossy laminated as well. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show you guys. I was like, oh, since we're staying on products that I've already had that I facelifted, let's talk about envelopes. So my envelopes are staying this, like I'm not changing the way that I make them, but I did change the font options that are available. So in my shop, I have always had, not always, but for most of the time, I've had sort of like a left corner. This, by the way, this was like a tester print. This, the word is moving down a little bit. I didn't like how far up above it was the bottom of the envelope. But for a very, very long time, I've had the left corner font option, the bold right-hand corner font option. Oh, this falls into this category. This is this. And then I've had a center, why am I completely blanking in my brain? Center, it's just completely centered. The font style is, goodness gracious, I lost that one. For this one, I've had like 8 font options available. And I think that both of these other ones, I've had 4 font options available, 3 or 4. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I've changed most of them. I think one of these font options, I can't remember which one, but one of these font options has always been available with this style. I just can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was this one, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, as I've mentioned, with this design in particular, the word is moving down just a little bit because I didn't like how far up that was when I printed it. This is staying pretty much the same. It's only ever been available in a full caps option, particularly because I think for 2 of the 3 of these fonts, that's all that's available for that font in particular. Like it doesn't come with lowercase letters, but I also just like the design of it. And so that's why I did it this way. And then with these, I'm sorry, not these, I think I actually had both of these fonts already available, and then I added this one to it. I can't remember off the top of my head if I think these are all customizable. So moving forward, if you've ordered from me in the past, I have only ever customized envelopes, basically to match my own like brain aesthetic. I really like lowercase letters. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this before. I don't ever capitalize the first letter of a word. I understand that all of my English teachers are probably screaming in their heads over that idea, but it's just, I like the look of everything being one height. I've always been that way. Anyways, moving forward, I am making the option available as long as it is available with the particular font that I am showcasing, that you can customize the word. So if you want the first letter capitalized, you can capitalize the first letter. I don't remember if that's available with this one, but I'm pretty sure it's available with these 2. Either way, all of that information will be in the description box of each of the envelope choices. I haven't updated my envelopes in my shop yet because they're one of the last ones that I was working on, and also I wanted to sort of like unveil them in the video because I've been so excited about just the fonts and some of the changes and that sort of thing. So anyways, be sure to check my description boxes if you want to know if you can completely customize how the word is typed out. Whenever I showcase my font options, it will tell you either caps only or lowercase only. It just depends on which font I'm using. And then just like with these, so this font, this first font has always been available in my shop. I love it. I was not about to change it because I just think it's fabulous. Hold on one second. I realize I actually have two different stacks here. Okay, so this font has always been available, and I'm not changing that. This is a new font. This is one that is only a caps option. So if you don't like that as an option, don't choose it, obviously. But this it will be indicated in the shop. This one you can completely customize. So if you want home capitalized, or the letter H in home capitalized and the letter M in maintenance capitalized, you'll just have to type it out exactly as you want your category typed out. And again, this is caps only. And then these two script fonts are completely new to my shop as well. I've never done these before. I used to have a few different options available, but I really spent a long time looking through fonts to decide which script fonts I liked, and I landed on these. Both of them are very aesthetically pleasing to me, and I understand that I'm selling to you guys and not to myself, but I have to love what I produce at the end of the day. So I hope that you like them. I'm very excited about them. Am I showcasing them properly? I can't see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had to like try to squeak up out of my chair. Anyways, so this is what's available now. Again, it's not really very different from what I've already had in my shop. I'm just reducing the font options for the center template, and then I changed some of the fonts in the other two as well. What I am adding to my shop, which I'm super, super excited about, is this new design. Now, I just need to clarify something. These are, again, and maybe I should have updated this for this video, but I ask your forgiveness. It's been busy. This is changing slightly because I'm shrinking the floral a little bit. I just didn't like how big it printed. If you like it, it's going to be available in my oops section here soon, but I digress. One of the things that I thought would be a really cool addition, and I've seen some Etsy sellers doing this, this is certainly not my idea, is including the category that your envelope falls under in the, or on the envelope. And I always thought that was a really cool idea. Again, this design in general is going to be shrinking just a little bit because I'm not super fond of how big it is, but this is what it's going to look like. And again, because I can't help myself, I have three different, oh, where did that go? I have three different florals available. So these are the different options that you'll have. So, and they're all sort of like light and airy and whimsical because I like that style of things. But then also, if you did like this, but you're not crazy about the floral, I am offering that as an option as well. So I'm really, really excited about it. These are, by the way, well, I'll say this and then I'll get into this other explanation. These are completely customizable. So except for the font has to be uppercase. This one isn't one that comes with a lowercase option. So my pricing moving forward with my envelopes is changing. I am reducing the cost of my envelopes in general, just because it's a move that I can make financially for the shop. So I'm reducing the cost of the customized envelopes, but I am offering two different choices, except for this style. So this style is only going to be available customized. I am not offering these in bundles, and I'm going to explain the bundles to you in just a minute here. So what I decided to do with all the rest of my with all the rest of my envelopes is to offer two different bundles. So a good YouTuber would have the list next to her, but she does not. So I'm going to just kind of spoil the surprise for you here as well. and open these up. So I'm also offering, in addition to my envelopes, I'm offering the inserts. So if you have the zip top envelopes that are so much cheaper on Amazon than like my custom envelopes, but you still want a little bit of my designs in your life, you can get these zip top envelope inserts that are the same exact designs offered in my shop, but they're like cheaper for me to produce, and so they're cheaper for you to purchase. But I'm utilizing this so that I can explain the bundles to you. So I am offering 2 different bundles in my shop now. So if you purchase the bundle, this is sort of like a basics bundle. So it's groceries, gas, household, toiletries, clothes, and miscellaneous. And then I have another bundle available. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, I found it. I'm having to tear open a package, but I found it. Not one that a customer ordered, just one that I had prepackaged. So the other bundle option that I'm offering in every single envelope option, except for this new design that I just showed you, is this one. So it's more like the high priority things. So emergency, car expenses, utilities, insurance, home maintenance, and medical. So if you purchase these bundles, whether it's in these envelope inserts or in my actual cash envelopes, the bundle of these will be slightly cheaper than if you choose to go the customized envelope route in my shop. So it's not going to be like, it's not a significant price difference. Well, I mean, it is. If you buy the bundle, like if it's pre-purchased, by the way, gosh, I keep forgetting to tell you guys. Well, no. I'll leave the price up on the screen for you guys because I don't have it right in front of me right now. All of my pricing is still like something I'm working on. But if you buy the bundles, whether it's the envelopes or the little inserts, you'll get 6. So it's 6 envelopes or 6 inserts. And so it's going to be cheaper for you to purchase the bundle than it would be for you to buy 6 individual custom envelopes from me, if that makes sense, or 6 individual custom inserts. I do offer both options. You can either buy the bundles printed in the envelopes or the inserts, or you can have the envelopes custom made to your liking. So if you do purchase the printed ones, they come with the fonts that I've already chosen. So this doesn't really make sense because these are all already going to be all caps because this font is only all caps. But like, for example, if you buy the bundle in this font, it's all pre-done in lowercase because that's just my personal aesthetic choice. But otherwise, if you're looking for an inexpensive starter bundle, that's sort of the way to go, to do it in a bundle form because it's going to be a little bit cheaper than my individual custom envelopes. But again, all the pricing of my envelopes is reducing anyway. So, if you have been looking at my stuff and been wanting to maybe dabble into cash stuffing and that sort of thing, and you want some envelopes, either going with the bundled route or even just now with my new pricing, maybe it's in your budget. I hope that wasn't too confusing for you guys, but again, everything, I'm like double and triple checking my listings. Everything is either going to be in the description box. I've done a really thorough job making sure that all of my listings descriptions make sense, that they're sort of self-explanatory, and that all of the steps that you need to take to order from my shop are there for you. So anyways, now that we've gotten the envelopes and the envelope inserts out of the way, again, these are available, the inserts, I just want to clarify that. The inserts are also available in the 2 different bundles. So I have the essentials bundle with like gas and household and toiletries, and then the high priority bundle that's like emergency fund and utilities, like that sort of stuff. These are also available in those 2 bundles, which will reduce the price a little bit since it's a pre-made bundle. But yeah, so you can either order the 2 bundles or you can completely customize them as well, just like you would my envelopes. It's just the cost of these is a little bit cheaper. So anyways, now that oh gosh, I bumped into you guys. I'm messing everything up. Okay. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. Now that we're done that, I'm gonna move on to something else I'm kind of super duper excited about that's completely new and completely superfluous and not really budget related at all, but I couldn't help myself. I've started dabbling in making bookmarks. Goodness, I could not find the word for this. So I'm sort of, every single one of them is going to be different. These are actually both Oops products because there is like, these are real pressed flowers. Actually, let me explain them first. So I saw this on Pinterest the other day and I was like, oh, I think I can do that. And anytime I say that to myself, then I have to try it immediately thereafter. And I was so pleased with the results that I was like, I can offer these in my shop. And so I'm going to. I'm just gonna let you know up front, anytime you're pressing something or laminating something that's like, I don't want to say 3D because we live in 3D, but you know what I'm saying, that's like thicker like this, there are going to be some like subtle air bubbles and things like that. It's just completely unavoidable. And so if it's something that would deter you or bother you, just don't buy one. But I mean, like this one turned out just fine, and these, again, I said I'm offering these as Oops products in my shop because there were pieces of debris that were in here that I completely missed when I was laminating it. And so that's why this is an Oops product. And this one is too, because this teeny piece of debris landed right here before I laminated it as well. But otherwise, they're not going to be 100% perfect. That's just the nature of the beast. But look for these in the Oops section. But I brought all of these out to show you. There are going to be 2 different prices for my bookmarks. So these ones here that are 1 to 3 florals that I'm using are all $8. And then these ones here that have larger clusters of flowers, this doesn't necessarily look like it's got a larger cluster of flowers, but it does. These ones are going to be $12. This, for whatever reason, I've retained this pricing in my head. Obviously, with my shop being 20% off, everything is going to be 20% off, including all of the new products as well. But I'm just letting you know, like this was a pricing that I just happened to remember. And usually my Oops products are at least 50% off. So, be on the lookout for this too. It's going to be in the planner accessories section of my shop. So be on the lookout. And I just want to state this as I have this listed in my description box, but my standard size for a bookmark is 2 inches by 6 inches, but it is largely determined by the width of the shape of flowers. So it could fluctuate anywhere from 3 to 4 inches wide, and it's usually between 6 and 7 inches long. I don't really go longer than that, but just so you're aware, I mean, I'm literally like, I have to work with nature here. So it just depends on the size of the flowers that I get. But anyways, that is those. That's what I've got going on. And I just realized also that I forgot to grab something else. I grabbed them. So new to my shop are these sweet little calendar planner cards. So you can certainly attach this inside of your cash envelope binder if you so wish, but I've envisioned this mostly just for inside of a planner. There's one little card for every month of the year. Again, this is starting with the year 2025. They're on a reasonable card stock. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. But it just kind of gives you like a nice little month at a glance. And as far as the horizontal version, I have this script font and then this block font. And then for the vertical version, I have this block font that's all in numbers. And then I have another one, which I don't have here in front of me, but I'll go ahead and leave the picture up on the screen for you guys now. That's also a script font for the vertical as well. So I just thought that they were fun, and they're certainly fun to make. They're not laminated. It's just cardstock. It's not really intended for you to reuse because we only have one January 2025. So once you are done with it, you're sort of done with it. But I just thought it would be a fun little addition to the shop. And it was, again, another product that I saw on when I was like scrolling Pinterest one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I can make those. And I'm also, it's not going to come with this, like it won't be up tomorrow, but I also am having like fun, I'm going to introduce fun little like affirmation cards or just like fun quotes or sayings or whatever, and they'll also be the same size that you can have in your planner as well. Or again, just include it in your budget, your cash envelope binders, because they're just fun and quirky. And who doesn't love fun and quirky, you know? Anyways, okay, so I've been going back and forth the entire time I've been sitting here and filming this video on which one I want to show you next. But I think I've decided I'm gonna just show the printed budget planner last, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this next thing first. So, also coming to my shop, brand new, never been introduced before, well, kind of. I have this in another style, but this is completely different. It's a new Post-it pad. So I took my favorite of all the florals that I introduced in a variety of different products here, and I chose this sort of blushy, purpley, gray pink that I absolutely love, and just thought that I would put this in my shop as just a fun little, like, jot yourself a note, say something kind about yourself, write down a reminder for yourself. But I have like 1,000,001 Post-it pad ideas in my brain. And I was like, why don't you just keep it simple, do the floral that you love, and then people can use it to jot little notes down and stuff. So these will be in my shop in the planner accessories section as well. And I hope that you love them as much as I do. This was the one that I said I forgot to put my branding on, but I just didn't care because my branding isn't on my envelopes either. No shade to anybody who puts their brand name on their envelope, but for me, a budget envelope is such a personal thing that, like, you don't need to be reminded that I made it for you. Like, you'll know. But I just want your envelope to be yours, and you don't need my branding on it. And so that was sort of my thought too, once I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the simple budget on this Post-it pad. And then I was like, you know what, it's gonna be fine. They're gonna know where they got it from. I will also have a couple of oops of these coming to the shop as well, because the company that I use to print them sent me, like, didn't package them. I didn't think they packaged them well, and I sent them an email telling them as much. But anyway, so they are resending me some, and so the ones that are not completely fantastic are going to go in the oops section of my shop. So anyways, stay tuned for that. And then last up, without further ado, I'm going to showcase to you how I am doing the printed version of my budget planner. Now, this is not mine, by the way. This is from a brand called Jumping Fox Designs. I always talk about them. I absolutely love them. I will leave this binder linked below so that if you're interested in it, you can buy it. Oh, here we go. I was like, I know I have these dashboards somewhere. So this kind of shows you also, this is what the A5 dashboard looks like in use. I love it so much. This is vellum. This is not white cardstock. I mean, obviously you can kind of see through my planner behind it. But let's just jump right into it. So what I've decided to do, and what I had to do, honestly, from a materials and equipment standpoint, I can only offer my budget planner in quarters to you guys. I am in communication with working with Amazon to get it published through them. And then they would be responsible for shipping it out, essentially. But for the time being, this is going to be available printed in my shop on a lovely paper for $12. So if you want the printed version A5 of my budget planner, I have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 available. And so there are 3 months in each quarter. And then in each of those sections, what you're going to get is, sorry, disregard this. I was like test printing. So you'll get my calendar, which I gave a little facelift to. And then on the back of each calendar page, there's going to be a sweet little quote that I have handpicked for each month. And then what you get with my printed, every single planner has this. So you're going to get the monthly budget overview. You're going to get the monthly funding plan, and then 5 of the next things. So in addition to the monthly overview and the monthly funding plan, you get the paycheck plan. There are 5 of these. You get 5 of the cash breakdown, 5 of the cash stuffing plan. Oh, that's that. Because just in case you have 5 weeks in a month, I want to have that available and printed for you. And then at the end of the month, let me just go ahead and do this. You have the, I'm sorry. There are also, I knew I was forgetting something. You also have 8 expense tracking pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then at the very end of the month, you have a sinking funds review page, just so that you know, if you're the type of person who wants to go over this with a fine-tooth comb and just know what your ending balance is at the end of every month, you update this page at the end of every month so that you have a good handle on where you sit at the end of the month with all of your sinking funds. And then, like I said, so each quarter has 3 months in it. And then in your, at the end of the month, I included 2 notes. I'm sorry, at the end of the quarter, I included 2 notes pages just in case there's anything that you want to track, write down, take note of, maybe some financial changes you want to move into the next quarter, considering those sorts of things. I just wanted to make sure that we had those 2 pages in there for you as well. And so that's what's going to come in each quarter. So like I said, each quarter printed is $12. So you get 3 months of all of those pages that I've shown you. In addition to that, I will have printed inserts available in sections. And so these are ones that I'm really excited about too, because I revamped all of them. And I introduced a new one too, which I'm so excited to show you at the end of all of this. So first up, and the printables, each of the sections that I have available here are going to range somewhere printed between $5 and $10. It just depends on the significance of the section or how big each section is. So annuals is my cheapest one, I think so. Again, you get like a sweet little quote, but in the annual section, we have a sinking funds tracker. So if you want to have all of your sinking funds in one place, I have a breakdown between monthly, quarterly, and annually, just so you can kind of track them as you're stuffing them. And then, again, to just track that you've stuffed them each month and what you're putting in each month. And I think, do you know what? This one was like an accidental misprint because it's actually 2 sinking funds trackers in the annual section. Then there's a bill tracking section. This is a popular one as well, so that you can, write down your list of bills, when they're due, for how much, and then track that you've paid them every single month. I think I have 2 of those in here too, but my printing was off on this section. Yep, I do. So I have 2 of those in here as well. Then I included an annual finance review so that you can just be tracking your income, bills, expenses, sinking funds, debt, and savings if you have it. All right, an interruption by children because it is my channel. Again, so in the annual section, obviously I was going to introduce an annual finance review and then just a little notes section down at the bottom so that you can jot down any thoughts that you're having about how the year went, maybe what you want to do differently the next year. But it also shows you progress that you've made as well. Like if your income changes throughout the year, or if you've been able to throw more at debt or put more in savings, you can see those totals all just sitting in one place. And so it's a really good practice to enter into so that you can really see big picture what you're doing financially over the course of a year. And then again, I just included notes sections because I think it's important to be able to write down thoughts that you're having, especially for somebody that I'm such a paper person. So I like to jot down those thoughts and ideas so that I don't forget things. And so I did include that in here as well. There will be 2 notes pages. Again, this was just a misprint situation, so it's not included in this particular one, but I was not about to leave any blank pages for you guys. I don't do that. So anyways, moving along to the savings tracking section. This is a fun one too, because there's actually savings challenges in this section that I don't have like as a physical like savings challenge that I offer in my shop. First up I just chose this gold savings tracker so that you can indicate maybe if there's something throughout the year that you want to save specifically for, like if there are specific items that you are earmarking that you're saving for, maybe it's like vacation and a trip to Six Flags or, an item for your house or whatever. And these are things that you're going to save for throughout the year. And you know that there's a goal amount and when you want to have that money saved by, and then you can just track as you've earmarked that money for that particular item or activity, you can indicate that here as well. And I did include a couple of these in here because I wanted to make sure, obviously, like if you have several different things that you're saving for throughout the year, you can have this all collected in one place so that you can, track it as you go. And then I just have a general savings tracker. Maybe if you're somebody like us who's saving for an emergency fund and you just kind of want to jot down, I mean, for us, we have a goal amount in mind, but this even just sort of works for something like that as well. Again, I have the description column here. So if you do have like several different savings accounts that you just want to say, hey, you know what? I put this one in the car savings account. I put this one in the medical emergency savings account, whatever. If you have them earmarked like that, you can indicate that here as well. If you don't necessarily have a goal in mind, but you are just kind of generally contributing to it from month to month, I included a couple of these pages in here as well. Goodness, I lost all of my brains there. And then in the back here, I do have the 100 envelope challenge, which is a really popular one among cash stuffers and cash budgeters. And so I wanted to have this available for you so that you could just track that. And then even though I do have a $5,000 savings challenge bundle in my shop, I thought if you don't buy that bundle, but you just want to kind of do the tracking of it throughout the course of the year or however long it will take you to save $5,000, you could have that here as well. And then I also have a $10,000 savings challenge page in the back of this as well. And this is the last page in the savings challenge tracking section. But just a little fun in and amongst all of the like boring pages of saving, Last up, that's sort of like budget planner related, is the debt tracking section. So if you have debt, it's always fun to track the elimination of it. And so what I've included in this is a dream building page, because I think something that keeps us motivated as we're paying down debt, especially if we're starting with a really big, scary number, is to have written down why we're doing this, what we want to do on the other side of debt, what's motivating us forward. And so that was the very first thing that I wanted to include here in this debt section. This was intentional because it's like, if you allow yourself to dream for what you can do on the other side of debt, that is going to keep moving you forward. It's going to be the rock rolling behind you that's pushing you forward, because paying debt off is such a slow, steady marathon. And you really need to be able to reference this again if you start feeling like it's becoming too challenging, to remind yourself of your why. Why are you paying this debt off? What is your dream on the other side of this? And so that was why I included that here. I have dream building continued, because sometimes we need 2 pages to say all of our words. And then, just as was the case with my previous budget planner, I have my debt list here. I did include 2 pages, so this will allow you to track 16 debts if you have that number, and then a debt repayment tracker for each of those 16 debts. So that's in the debt section as well. And I think that's how we finish it off. Yeah. So short, sweet, and to the point, but those are the different sections available if you want to add them. If you want to also have those inserts in your section. I think what I'm going to do also is add different sections of my shop available, where maybe I'll offer like a bundle of 5 pages, 5 to maybe even 10 pages of your choosing. I'm still playing around with how I would want to do printed inserts, but for the time being, these will be what is available. So you can get each quarter of my my budget planner available. They will both be available printed and printable, so you can get them in a digital download just like you've always been able to. So you'll have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. And then you will also have the debt section, the savings section, and the annual section available to purchase as well. Those are all going to be separate purchases. I will see about maybe if I bundle all 3 of those sections together, if that would be something you would be interested in. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I will offer that as well. And then last up, and this is actually something I'm so excited about, and it's only sort of budget planner related. And actually I'm going to pull out everything that was just in my budget planner so that I can showcase it to you in the planner, because it will go in your planner if you choose to purchase this particular insert. But it's something that I'm so excited about, and I've been working on really hard for like the last week especially. So anyways, this is the Simple Budget Christmas Planner. So if you're a person like me, you are 1, obsessed with Christmas, and 2, you have lots of moving parts. So maybe lots of people that you're purchasing presents for, and lots of people or lots of events that you want to try to do, and that sort of thing. And so that was sort of what was in mind when I created this Christmas planner. So first up in it is just a season overview. So different events that maybe you want to go to, Christmas Day plans, Christmas Eve plans, New Year's Eve plans, because it's right on the heels of it. And then just like a master task list, like things that you want to achieve in order to facilitate the smooth running of your season. And then what I did was a Christmas bucket list. So maybe family traditions that you want to make sure that you're remembering and like getting to every year, a baking list of things that are important to you, maybe different events and activities that you want to go to or host yourself, some of your favorite movies of the season, maybe some decorating plans. Maybe you're going to update the way that you do things and you want to kind of jot down your ideas as you go. And then any just little extras that you want to put in this section as well. I just wanted to kind of be able to collect all of those things in one place for you. And then what I have here, and please excuse, this is again, a misprint. You can't see it. But there are all these little circles that you can fill in as well. But I did fix this obviously before I I'm going to fix it obviously before I print it for you guys. So anyways, but this is a Christmas budget. So this is like your total planned and then what you actually spent, and then just the breakdown, different categories within your Christmas budget, what you're budgeting, what you actually spent, and then just a little check mark or a circle to fill in whether you were on budget or over budget. If you're a person like me, that little satisfying, like Monica Geller always says in Friends, like to do the check. And so, that's there as well. And then I have a few pages of a to-do list. So you can break this down into different categories and just, if it's like, anything baking related, anything invitations, Christmas cards, like that sort of stuff, like stuff that you need to achieve during the season, you can have this little checklist for it. And I did, like I mentioned, I included 2 pages for this one. And then this is essentially just an expense tracking sheet, but it's Christmas expenses, so it's specific to the season. So if you wanted to kind of keep those things compartmentalized, Mr. Simple and I do. We track our Christmas expenses differently because we have a budget for each person and then a budget for like extended family and stuff like that. And so it helps for us to be able to kind of keep it categorized in a different way so that we know, hey, this gift was for this person, and this is how much money we have left in the budget for this person. And so it's good for that sort of thing. And I did put also like food, hostess gifts, like anything like that would go in here as well. And I did include, I think 4 of these, no, just 3 of these pages in here, because you want to have some space for that expense tracking. Next up in here, I have these special gift lists. So I view this as a list that you would use for somebody significant in your life, like a spouse or partner, or your mom, or a sibling that you're really close with, or something like that. If you're going to be purchasing multiple things for this person, you can kind of keep it all in one place. And again, these little circles are actually showing up in my final product. This was just a poorly printed, like test printed one. Anyways, so it has a section for each person. So you have the name, the budget for that person, what you actually spent, and if you're complete, like once you've completely purchased everything and wrapped and sent it to them. But then you can also track in here, the gift ideas that you have, where it's located, what it costs, that sort of thing. And I did include quite a few of these in here as well, because I thought, maybe you have a person or several people in your life that you can be generous like that with. And so I just wanted to make sure that we could include that. And then I have these general gift list pages. I think there are 2 of them. Yes, 2 of them. And again, the little circles didn't show up in this print, but they're here. So again, if you're doing like a hostess gift, or you just have a list of people that you buy one present each for, that can all come from here. And maybe you have an idea. So you have a name, gift idea, price. And then when you've bought, wrapped, and delivered it, you can do your little check mark on that in the circles that will be showing up in the final printed product. And I have 2 of those pages. Then I have a gift expense tracker. So this is specific to gift expenses. If you wanted to keep your gift expenses separate from your other Christmas expenses, this is the way to utilize this page. So again, you would just only put your Christmas gift expenses in this section so that you can track when you purchased it, what you purchased, who it was for, the cost of it, and how much you spent. And so that's what these are for. And I did 2 pages of that as well. Next up, if you are old fashioned like me, you send out Christmas cards. And so I wanted to have that section in here as well, available for you so that you can track as you're writing and sending them out. So I have the name, their address, that you've written it, and then that you've sent it, so that this is, whatever year 2024, and you can even write that up on this top line, and so that you can track that you've sent these Christmas cards out to the people on your list. And yeah, I have quite a few pages of these because I have a big Italian family, and so I'm always like, everyone has 155,000 family members, right? So I did 3 pages for those. And then I included in a Christmas menu planner. So lots of different events throughout the season, whether you're hosting some girlfriends for like a cookie exchange, or if you're doing a big family event like a Christmas Eve dinner or a Christmas Day dinner or whatever, you can kind of write down some ideas, what the occasion is, when it's going to be, who all is coming, the drinks, the starters, the mains, the desserts. And it just kind of helps you keep everything all in one place so that you have a good idea of kind of what you have going on. And I did include quite a few of these because if you're somebody who likes to host, I just wanted to make sure that you had these available. So what do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which isn't too bad. And then last up, we need a shopping list. And I figured this would be just one of those things where you could even just like take the page out and take it with you for different shopping lists. They can accompany your Christmas menu planner, or it can just be something that you're like, hey, we have to run out for Christmas shopping for these specific things. Let me not forget X, Y, and Z. Write this down, take it with you, and you've got your shopping list there and all organized for you. And I did include a few of those. And again, because I'm me, I included a section for notes because again, sometimes gathering your thoughts and writing down what works for you from season to season really, really helps. And I like to just kind of have that available as an option here and there in my different planner products. So anyways, I was so excited. I'm not even kidding you. When I finally printed it out, like after I had finished working on it and then printed it, it was like 11:30 at night or something. It was the very last thing I did for that day. And I was so satisfied and happy that I had finally accomplished this thing. So anyways, that is going to do it for me for today's video. Like I mentioned to you, I will be adding little bits of things here and there throughout the rest of the month of June, but I wanted to make sure that the heart of what I was revamping or introducing was up and ready for you guys starting tomorrow. So again, the sale is going to run from tomorrow, which is I think June 7th. If I'm wrong, I will put the actual correct date up on the screen, but it's going to run through the end of June. So for the entirety of the rest of the month of June, all of my shop will be 20% off, including the new products that I just showcased to you guys. Everything is going to be 20% off. It's my way of saying thank you so much for supporting me for a full year of physical products in my shop. And again, I just have to say to you, the amount of people who repurchase from me is so incredibly flattering. I cannot even begin to explain to you how grateful I am that after purchasing my products, you choose to repurchase from me time and again. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your support of my shop, for your support of my YouTube channel. None of this happens without you guys, and I am not unaware of that. So thank you. And yeah, that's going to do it for me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you're excited about these products. I'm excited about these products. After working on them for so long, it's crazy to like, oh, I'm getting these up. They're going to be out and ready to purchase. So anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below, letting me know maybe what you're most excited for. And I'm actually going to be back here with you guys again tomorrow with a regular old weekly check-in. Normal content back at you. So I hope that you have a good one until then. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.